Derwood is out tonight with all of his sock accounts, him and his little buddies. We're just over in Shenanigans chat. It was a good stream tonight. She's calling out Derwood in that sense because, well, he's behind the scenes trying to intimidate her through emails, through sock accounts, doing the same thing to, Wolfie. I think that's where I heard something about that in the stream, but I wasn't too clear on what it is. So I assume it's old Derwood in the background trying to make out that he's just so tougher than all of these people, and he's going to find out where they live, and he's really doing some heavy insinuating in that sense for the purposes of intimidating a person into silence, kind of like he was trying to do to Haley Ferdinand. You know, it's been a common factor with him in his intention, even what he says about his intent with Malehya. Derwood's role in all of this is to act as the public relations official, the liaison between Janie and Daniel, the guilty parties of bringing harm towards Jack and Lilly and the public. He's the conduit. And it's not just what he says. Who cares that he's a sideshow at this point? But look at what he's done and why he's doing it. Oh, Derwood, there you are, you little bitch. Get out of here, you tool. All kinds of fucking sock accounts. Let me see. But other than that, it was a pretty funny stream. Other than that, it was pretty good. It was enjoyable. Any chance you get to shit talk that numbskull, it's a fine day. But look at what he's doing. Look at what it is that he's doing. This is a case of two missing children. This is one of those exceptions to so many rules when it comes to, well, Derwood, remaining unbiased. You don't need to be unbiased when it's coming to finding out information about the fate of two missing children. In fact, you need to do the opposite. I already banned him. That was universal truth. That was one of the accounts that's on the list, the list that everybody collects that goes around with the sock accounts from a particular camp or a particular side. And it's always the same crap that comes out of Derwood. He's not very good at this game. Brian Sutherland, word to the streets in SR. Good to see you. It's all kinds of things to talk about in that sense. Derwood has we've rocked Derwood so hard. It was probably, I recognized it yesterday in Mike Demand's chat. Mike Demand did a video on Derwood's recent post where he's pretending to call out Daniel and make it look like he's so suspicious of Daniel at this point in time. Attention garnering. And he was in the chat. Really what Mike Demand was doing was giving him an offer to discuss things, to talk in that sense. But Derwood was in chat, and you can see the post on my community page. It says something along the line. What was it? He doesn't need to talk to you, assholes. When I recognized him pop in there, I had to remind him about just how much of a chomo he looks like, behaving and doing this on the back of two children that the people who he's speaking and representing have done the worst of the worst to Jack and Lilly in the sense. And of course they have. Oh yeah, she's Hazard. That's funny shit. When I heard that, I knew right away. I had Shenanigans will be the only one that gets that, but we were talking in the background in that sense, and that came up, and right away I knew it was Derwood fucking around. He needs to send all of these little signals and introduce just how associated to all of this underground crime, these crime families in the area. And I'm like, oh, fucking please, dude. He stinks of a fucking poser. There's nothing tough about Derwood. It's the opposite. You don't even know how to act right, Derwood. It tells me that you're probably a tweaker too. And there's a reason that your nose looks like a goddamn Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon character. Fucking booze-hound. Done with this shit. Gave him the opportunity last month and he's fucked that up. You fucked that up all right. I can't believe I put myself through listening to his ass over there, but I did it because you ever need something to talk about in this case? Hey, creators out there who are looking to make content, get a hold of the 2.5 hour clip from who has it over there? A lot of people have it. Well, I guess you get in contact with me in the background and I can send you the audio file with all of Janie's statements.
And Lilly off the school bus. And I'll never forget the expression on the bus driver's face when I took Meadow and said, here, watch her while I get Jack out of the seatbelt. He looked at me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if insurance is okay with that. Usually when you're picking your kids up off the school bus, you don't include the school bus driver to hold your kids for you and get your hands all over your precious children so that you can attend to another child. Isn't young Jack old enough to get himself out of his car seat and up out of the car when you're there? Why does this dude need to hold the baby for you, hold Meadow for you? Like, this is like a tweaker geographic moment. That's something like a tweaker would do, Janie.
Because I just said, you have to take Meadow so I can get Jack out of the seatbelt. And I got Jack out of the seatbelt, and I got Lilly, and I took the baby from the bus driver, which is Brian Ward. He's a great guy.
What? Brian Ward is a great guy. So now you have a reason to include him in all of this. You know, she's using that. Chris McDonough loves to reference it, the SOG theory all of the time. When that moment in an interview or in the statement of a suspect, they always have to refer to some other guy, SOG, an acronym, in order to add credence or credibility to whatever bullshit statement that they're about to make. When you first hear that and you think, oh, she's telling a lie. Oh, let me listen closer. Listen, you don't have to listen closer to any of these individuals. It's all lies. They're all lying constantly. You don't have to sit around long. No wonder Malehya never wanted Janie watching the kids. It's funny how different she speaks when she's even speaking about Meadow. So it shows us a bit of the dynamic within the household, and they're holding it against Malehya. Like, she speaks in a different tone, as though she's not afraid to incorporate a little bit of humanity and motherly instinct or brutish desire in with all of these statements when it comes to Meadow. Listen to how she just described Meadow and her interaction, and she's giggling as though she's wants you to think that she's experiencing something that's joyful. Now, is it genuine? Who knows? But the point is it's different from any sort of her experience and how she goes about describing Jack and Lilly, which comes back to complaining about Malehya and how horrible of a mother she was, to the point where she had to constantly remind her, and most times by telephone, just from the driveway in the backyard. Hey, Mary 8748. Hey, B in chat. It's been a minute. Hope it's all good. Yeah, it's all good over here. Everything's good. No wonder Malehya. What? Hey, Pink Roses. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, darling. A little bit more from Janie. What?
You probably see videos about him on TikTok or on YouTube. And I took the kids in the house, and Daniel arrived maybe 10 minutes after I got the kids off the bus, and he cooked them supper. Not me. He cooked them supper. And I did up her housework for her while he was feeding Meadow and Jack and Lilly. So yes, Daniel did look after those children. I have not tried contacting the chief. The reason why I would have not contacted the chief is she probably won't tell me anything like she did Belinda, because the children are not mine, and I did not say the kids were on the reservation, so why would I contact the chief? Now, there's people said that they are on the reservation, and as I told you, I do not know where Lilly and Jack are. So why would I go and call the chief to ask him if they're there when I do not know if they are there or not?
Oh, wow, the paradox of life there. Heaven forbid. Janie McKenzie provided two dead who would ask that's the question. Is she's introducing the fact that Jack and Lilly are dead, the possibility of at that point in time. Whether it happened or it didn't happen, it's regardless. It's an issue here that she's introducing at a particular point in time, answering a lot about what her mind frame would have been in if she's lying.
Changes. Sorry. In Malehya was that day. Now, this is me, myself. If my children were missing in the woods, or if somebody has taken them, I would be so hysterical. I would be running around, screaming and hollering, looking everywhere, crying, just like a normal person would be, that a mother. You can't tell me that you carry a child for 9 months and something happens to them that you're not going to get hysterical and you're not going to be crying and screaming and everything. Well, tell me. I would be. And another thing, I'm going to tell you something now. If something happened to my children, my boys.
Here's where Janie gives you her justification for why it is that she's gone all this way to lie to you and put forth such an effort in this case. This is her real rationale, her real reasoning. She's really telling you how she is in this moment, trying to show you the human side of her, because she hasn't felt that she's gotten that through to you yet at this point. He's telling you just how much she would protect Daniel. Well, Danny, especially if he was in trouble, and he is in trouble here, isn't he?
I would be so hysterical, even though they're 34 and 33. I would still be hysterical if something happened to them. Even though they're growing up. Mama will always be a part of their lives, no matter how old they are. And Mama feels for those kids. I don't care if my kid, if I'm 85 years old and my kid is 60-some years old, I am still going to worry about my children.
Listen, you don't care that you look 85 years old. You'll look 85 years old right now, honey. You're not even going to live to see 85, so it's not even going to be a concern. But you don't seem to show much concern over the way that you look now. And yeah, you do look like you're 85. She's drunk? Could be. Her fake crying voice stopped when she got her son's age wrong. Well, listen, she's senile too. And a liar. That's a dangerous combination. You hear that, Derwood? You hear that, you old drunk, booze-nosed bastard? Why don't you tell everybody how tough you are? Oh, I used to be a boxer. Oh, I used to be a boxer. Who gives a fuck? What's that going to do? What's that going to do when I put my steel toe right up your asshole? That'll be right after I push that fucking Kent down the hill into Halifax Harbor. And that's going to happen. Whether it's the preliminary hearings or whether it's the full trial of any one of these son of a bitches, it's going to happen. And I'm going to blast it on YouTube and make fucking money all over it. Wait till this progresses to the point that there's going to be a reason to be there. People will be there. Old Derwood will be back there trying to tell everybody how many friends he has associated with the Hells Angels and how dangerous he is and how he used to be and how he knows fucking everybody and who to know, who not. And dude, you sound like a goddamn inbred hick. Shut the hell up. You're nothing but a curly-haired fucking freak with that little chomo goddamn mustache that you try to pull off, trying to get yourself in the way of attention with 2 missing children. Why is there children and abuse around when you're around, Derwood, and you're lying as though that you're a child molester? Stranger danger.
And I am still gonna cry for my children. So you just look at what I've seen and what you've seen on the tape of Malehya's interview. Does that look like a woman that misses her children? Please answer me that. If there's no more questions, I've pretty well answered everything that I could answer on my part. As I said, I'm not answering questions about Malehya, about Daniel. It's all about Jack and Lilly. I told you what I've known and what I've seen. I hope
all about Jack and Lilly. So far, it's all been about you there, honey baby.
Hope it helps you guys, ease your guys' minds. And I thank you guys for letting me talk to you and for not judging me for when I'm talking to you. And thank you to whoever was answering the questions. I appreciate you volunteering to do that and making it easy for me to answer questions. And I hope you keep praying for Jack and Lilly. And I hope they come home soon.
Janie makes a valid point here about being hysterical. Is this leakage hinting that MBM started this problem that they had to clean up for her? I think she's kind of insinuating that a little bit because she's being more critical of Malehya's behavior or her portrayal of her behavior when she doesn't know what the hell happened in the first place, and she can't have it both ways. She's really showing us, telling us that she knows what happened. She's presented it in that tense. Okay? It's been 20 minutes and you're standing in the driveway telling everybody that the kids are missing and it's been 20 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. Listen. That wouldn't even make the fucking cutting room floor of a Columbo episode. All right? That's so fucking stupid. Word up, Shannon. Yeah, you feel it, Angry Rabbit. You feel how emotionally manipulative it is. Absolutely. It's purposefully that way. She's here trying to play on those. They all do. And it's a constant thing that they can listen, it's a case that is difficult to ignore in that sense. And when you realize the level of deception and the lies at hand, and you digest that a little bit, it becomes a lot more shocking, because it becomes a lot more evident as to what happened and what led up to Jack and Lilly no longer being with us. And you've got the suspects not wanting to say a word. They talk a lot, but they don't say anything. Do you get that? The whole abduction thing started on day 2 when the criminal investigators came in because they did not find the children day 1. Regardless, they've got a problem on their hands. There's this driving all night, and there's these reports of 2 different people talking about old Danny's car being out and back and forth, all within earshot, from the hours of 12 to 4. There's all kinds of things that they need to talk about. You can't just ignore that. They're not ignoring that. Unfortunately, that fucking idiot drunk turkey goes over and tries to play that every which way on, and just starts to disinform on the topic altogether. That tells you how fucking ridiculous he is. His intentions are not for Jack and Lilly, but he's over there exploiting the situation nonetheless. I expect all of you diehards and realists out there to go and fight that battle and let him know just how disgruntled you are with that asshole. What a tool he is. Shannon, thank you very much. 20 Australia Day. High five, my Aussie friend. I appreciate that.
And when I go on again, if there's some questions that you guys have not answered and I see them, I will answer your questions. So thank you for taking the time and listening to me babble and get it out there. And thank you for letting me cry on your shoulders. I appreciate it. And thank you, Ken. You'll know what it's about.
There you are. Thank you, Kent. Thank you, Kent. He'll know what that's about. That's coded language. That's acknowledged coded language by old fancy pants Janie here. Hey, Wolfie, thank you very much. Hey, Bud Coffee. Yeah, so, Wolfie, is Derwood intimidating you in the background? Is he trying to intimidate you? You let people know. I'll wait till tomorrow on Shannon's channel. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. I wouldn't even worry about him. Don't even worry about it. Just put it in the pile for the RCMP. Send it off to the RCMP because, like it or not, Derwood, Darin Geddes has inserted himself in this case and made him relevant for whatever reason. And he's on the RCMP radar to begin with. They have a history with him. So every time that he pulls stupid shit, that we recognize the point of it at this point, rather than as we met that stupid son of a bitch to begin with. It's a whole different ballgame at this point. It doesn't look very good for old Darin Geddes. There's a reason why he's already ostracized from fucking society in the first place. Little bitch. She's fake crying. She's thanking Kent. Oh, thank you, Kent. You'll know what that means. Thank you for this ragged RV.
About. I appreciate that. So I'm going to take off now. I may be on a little later. I may not. But
oh, crap. I was muted. Sorry.
Thank you very much, guys.
I was just saying that she seems like a real Elizabeth Taylor here. She's like, her exit is taking for fucking ever. All of these thanks that she needs to give out as though this was the Oscars. She's thanking Kent. Oh, thank you very much, Kent. You'll know what that means. Oh, God. She's like Elizabeth Taylor's antithesis. You know, and Liz was beautiful and talented. And Janie is just this nasty Timu fucking version of Liz Taylor. Yo, Jen R.
Oh, there's just one last thing I'd like to say. I don't know how many people are from Nova Scotia or Pictou County or whatever. I would just like to say this, and this is my opinion, but to Robert Parker and Tim Houston, you took the time to go over to the RCMP station and talk to them, but you didn't take the time to come here and see how we were doing. And
why the fuck would anybody need to come and see how you guys are doing when you don't even like the kids in the first place? You don't even portray that you care about the situation in the first place. And you're expecting people to come over and bow down and sympathize with whatever it is that you say that happened. There's a real fucking cart before the horse problem here. Mimi, that's very generous of you, darling. Did one of Derwood's socks get a membership? I hope so.